All right, ready to level up your English? Today, we are going to fill up your vocabulary wardrobe with all the words you need for clothing. Seriously, by the end of this, you'll be describing any outfit like a pro. So, let's get right into it.
So, have you ever been in that situation? You're trying to describe an outfit, maybe you're shopping, and the perfect word in English just disappears? Yeah, we've all been there. It's super frustrating, but hey, that's exactly what we're going to fix today. We're going to arm you with all the right words right when you need them.
Okay, so we're going to start our day in the best place possible, at home, just relaxing in our most comfortable clothes. So let's kick things off with the vocabulary for total comfort. And first up, you guessed it, the absolute king of casual wear, the t-shirt. You know, it's pretty obvious where it gets its name, that simple T shape. I mean, can you get any more comfortable or universal than a t-shirt? It's literally the foundation of pretty much any casual look. All right, so what happens when it gets a little cooler? Well, you reach for a sweatshirt. It's basically a t-shirt's cozier, warmer cousin. It's thicker, it's got long sleeves, and usually that super soft, fleecy material on the inside. You know, just perfect for a lazy Sunday on the couch or maybe a quick morning walk. And to finish off our super comfy at-home outfit, we need slippers. Now these are your indoor-only shoes. Think of them as little sleeping bags for your feet. It's all about that warmth and comfort when you're just padding around the house. Okay, but as much as we'd love to, we can't stay in our comfy clothes forever. Time to head to work. So now we're going to shift gears and start talking about professional clothes. We're going to build a work outfit piece by piece, learning the words as we go. So when it comes to the top half of a work outfit, there are two main players. First, you've got the classic shirt, you know, the one with a collar and buttons all the way down. Then there's the blouse, which is typically for women and tends to be a bit more decorative. Think ruffles, bows, that kind of thing. Okay, moving on down, you've got two main options for the bottom half. You have pants, which of course cover each leg separately, or you have a skirt, which hangs down from the waist. In most offices these days, both are totally fine. It just comes down to what you feel like wearing. Now, if you really need to look sharp and professional, you go for a suit. And here's the key thing about a suit. It's a matching set. That means the jacket and the pants, or the jacket and the skirt, are made from the exact same material. It just instantly gives you that polished, put-together look. Okay, time to finish this outfit with some shoes. Now, shoes is just the general word for anything you wear on your feet. But for a more formal or dressed-up vibe, you might go with heels. And yeah, as the name suggests, they have a raised heel at the back, which literally gives you a little lift. And just like that, whew, the work week is done. It is officially the weekend. And that means our vocabulary is about to get way more relaxed. Let's talk about what we wear when we're not working. So just think for a second. What's your number one go-to weekend outfit? You know, that combination you just always grab. I have a hunch that for a lot of you, it probably involves the next couple of things we're going to cover. Yep, you guessed it. We're talking about jeans. They're made from that classic sturdy material called denim, and they are probably the biggest icon of casual style in the entire world. They're comfy, they're durable, and they match with pretty much everything. The ultimate weekend essential. And what's the perfect thing to wear with jeans? Sneakers, of course. These are your do-everything, super comfortable shoes. Perfect for walking around all day, meeting up with friends, you name it. You know, what we wear isn't just about where we're going. It's also about what's happening outside. So let's get into the essential words for dressing for the weather, for staying warm and dry.
Okay, here's a question that I know confuses a lot of English learners. It's getting cold outside, you need to put something warm on. But do you grab a jacket or do you grab a coat? What's the difference? Well, there's actually a pretty clear one.
And here it is side by side. The easiest way to think about it is this. A jacket is for cool weather. Think spring or fall. It's generally lighter and shorter. A coat, on the other hand, is for cold weather, like real winter weather. It's going to be longer, heavier, and a whole lot warmer.
Another must-have for when it's cold is a sweater. It's basically anything that's knitted that you wear on your upper body. And sweaters are awesome for layering. You know, you can wear one over a shirt, then put your jacket on top, and you'll be super toasty. All right, but what about when the weather gets really nasty? I'm talking rain, snow, all that stuff. That's when you need boots. The big difference here is that boots cover your ankle, and sometimes even more of your leg, so they give you way more protection from the cold and wet than regular shoes do. Okay, for our final category, we're getting fancy. It's time to get dressed up for a special occasion, a night out. This is vocabulary for when you want to look elegant and really make an impression.
So a really common choice for a formal event is dress. But for those extra special, super formal events, we're talking weddings, galas, there's a special word, gown. A gown is usually a very long, very elegant dress. Think red carpet.
Of course, an outfit isn't just about the big pieces, right? It's about the finishing touches, the accessories. A tie, for example, can make a regular shirt look instantly more formal. A belt, well, it holds your pants up, but it's also a style choice. A hat or a cap is great for keeping the sun off. And tights, you often wear those under a skirt or dress for a little extra warmth or just a pop of color.
And there you go. We've covered the whole wardrobe, from your laziest Sunday morning clothes to your fanciest night out outfit. You now have an amazing collection of words to talk about your own style and, to understand what everyone else is wearing, no matter the situation.
But before we finish up, I've got one last question for you. If you had to pick just one clothing item from your closet that you couldn't live without, what would it be and why? It's kind of a fun thing to think about. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you in the next one.